All right, guys, it is 10:51 a.m. and I actually took a few trades. I don't know if I even recorded any of this, but day so far. Um, Never hit the record button. I should have. It's a lot of commentary. Uh, that was a pretty nice move. My last move was pretty decent. I'm trading multiple contracts. I told you I wouldn't, but I'm doing it because trading that one contract situation. 100 videos I've done. It's not the way I really trade. It's just to show what I'm thinking, when I'm trading, taking them. But I've been spending a lot of time with the videos and not really trading my way. And sometimes I won't hit the button. So I just say, you know what, I'll just trade multiple contracts now. All right, so we're at the top of the volume profile. Really not much. We're at the top of the, we're making new highs in the market. This could be an area where you really got to watch out for because if tons of volume come in, you're gonna get some sells. Let's take a look at these are limit orders. This is pretty much when you limit in. Like right now, if I put a limit in, it would be below the price. That's what that is. And for sells, it'll be above the price. And these are your sell columns, your asks. All right, so these are sellers just sitting down, just waiting, and they can pull and pull and add to this as well. Now I look at a few, like maybe I don't look at really up here. It's nice to see where they're at, 50s or halves. I always mention that in my videos. But it's to see them stacking and, in other words, adding to it or pulling the bids out or the offers. Is good information. Now inside here is your footprint, and you can notice I don't have a footprint here, but I do have a range chart. 10 tick range, which is 2.5 points. So anytime we make a range of 2.5 points, whether it's up or down, it's going to print another candle. It looks like we're going to start to break out over here. Got a little bit of value here. We could come back down. So let's see if we go down to 0975. We come back up. So we're at 12 even, which is 64.12. Coming back down a little bit. You got some buyers. This is your delta column, so you got some delta. You're aggressive here. These sellers aren't really interested in being here, but we don't know if we have an order, a big order just waiting to absorb. So you see what's happening here? So we had a bunch of sellers here. It took the sell, and then they just offered. You see? That's what I'm saying. You don't go up here blindly thinking that, hey, we got a breakout. I did take a couple of breakout trades earlier, but the order, So I was waiting for a pullback. Maybe we'll pull back to 410. Maybe through here. Point of control for your delta, which high amount of delta. So we may see some support there. You got to take a look at the numbers. You got to know how to interpret them. It took me a while. I've been trading order flow since 2012. And this is your and I haven't really used the dome much. I used to use Sierra charts. I was paying a monthly fee for that, like $23, I think. That's how it was cheaper back then. I don't even know how much it is now. I don't use it. I use Quant Tower, which is this platform, and it's free through AMP, the broker I use for trading futures. That's one of the brokers. I do have other brokers, but whenever I put in, I do have other brokers that I use. See, we could probably fade up in here. I'm not going to do it yet because the price action is not dictating that to me. This is increasing. See, they're adding right now. That's the trades that just hit up there. This is your last trade. This is very important. How many are coming back? You take a look at the last one. It's going to give you a little indication. This is traded. So this is what has traded prior, or what's being pushed into these numbers here. Got to do the math quick. So over here, they would just rebid it right here. Numbers are starting to come up a little bit. And we'll see if we can get a little bit of maybe some support. This is looking like a support area or an absorption area. So once we pass through the absorption area, do we come back to 12 even? Bunch of sellers that hit into the hit the bid. $115. See this $120? So they added to that. $130. So they're adding to this bid. That means buyers are starting to come in. I want to see this coming through here. Possibly coming in. But these are smaller numbers. I'm really not looking to do any of that yet. Small numbers here. Hitting the bid. Seller up here. I don't want to get caught. You take a look. These are the buys and these are the sells on this side. Sellers coming, nothing crazy. Buyers aren't interested down here. If you just take a look at this, you could just tell right off the bat, right in this area. I'm looking for bigger numbers. We got a bunch of sellers coming in here. We just had 20 new contracts traded there. It's a big number. Remember, we had a lot of buyers up in here. If they bought here, they're feeling a little bit of pressure. Starting to bring it back up again. And we're just looking over here. Now we're going to focus in here because now I'm in a level that I'm looking, got a better idea of what's going on in here. So the buyers here are feeling a little trapped. They're feeling a little pressure. So let's see if they start selling. If these passive orders, all right, so they just, see what just happened? They're taking the elevator up now. 66, 80, 41, 71. This was where the support was. That was a good move. I had no idea. Buyers are hitting, nothing's happening. We're gonna make another push up. I'm gonna keep this short. We got a good battle here. If they ran the stop, they would have ran it by now, I'm thinking. Two-way trading, looks good. 105, 3. Let's see if this number comes down. All right. We just went offer. Now let's see if my assumption is right here. We're making new highs. Do have a runner up here. See what happens around this area. But they're spending a lot of time up here right now. Got a lot of volume building up in here. Got a nice pretty consistent. They're just added. Nothing coming back here, which is a little scary. There you go. This number needs to come down. Well, it just increased. That's not good. But we see a decrease here. Well, now it's decreasing. You want to see these numbers increase. Right inside here, 171, 138. That's good. 108. Let's see if this goes back to 130. Okay, so they're adding up in here. You got some buyers, now you got some sellers. So you have a big seller, took me out. Okay, I didn't take a massive loss. That's good. You got a big seller here. They're adding. They're adding here. This looks like a good place to get long. I'm gonna go long right here. Not much selling coming back here. You did have a pretty decent seller here. Let's see if we get bids coming in. Got 150. We got a whole bunch of delta here. So I'm not going to move my stop. I'm going to see if we could come stay here, go up a couple of ticks right from here. So we held support. We had that big seller here. See if this delta number, now we're at positive delta, which is good, or back down to negative delta. So they're playing a couple of games here. So we'll see if the buyers start coming in. There you go. You got some buyers. They had some sellers. You see what happened? You got only one buyer coming in. 70. It says 51 just came in. You got 73. 84 just came in. 42 back. 9 back. 121. 123. This number got to come down. See them adding anything here. We want to see these bids increase. Okay, we want these bids to start increasing. This is looking good. We want see what happened here. We had a bunch of sellers just come back in here. We went bid, came back down. You got some support here. They know that. You may have some buyers came inside here. So yeah, I think once we pass over this negative delta here, we have a bunch of sellers here. I think that we could go up because we're not really coming down much. And I'm just going to put my stop up here because we had some decent support. So we do get a run down because we just got a lot of institutional selling, which is our competition really. So these numbers are real small. And once we, like I said, once we pass through here, we get a good bid right here. I think we'll be okay. Starting to reload it. So we're in that zone now. See if we get a bunch coming here. We have 101, 102. This is starting to look good a little bit. This number here needs to come down. It did. Needs to come down. This number needs to pump up, up, up. There you go. Starting to look good there. Sellers came back in a little bit. We got 17. One came back. This is looking good. We have a whole bunch of buyers here. So you got a seller somewhere inside here. We got it. This is where he's at right here. We need to get rid of him. It is adding more. You see the delta? It's becoming more negative. That's not good. Okay, now it's becoming less negative. That's better. We want to see these numbers increase. These numbers need to increase, 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 right? Because we're getting all these sellers come in here. We're getting all those sellers hitting this. We don't want that. We want this to increase, these to drop. All right, that's what we want to look for. This increased. Well, does this increase? All right, came right back down again. All right, so now I think we got a little bit of support coming back. We're not getting much of the, we only have one comeback here. We had two come back. So this is going to be violent. If it moves, it's going to move one way or another. It's going to come up. It's going to go quick. Got all that negative delta. You got a couple of negative pieces here as well. You got 55. See if this number comes up. This number comes down. Okay, we need to see more market orders hit in, and we're kind of close to the high. I think we can make another run for the high. Have a runner up there as well. So 37, 27 came back. 6. So these are very small amount of market orders coming in here. So this is building a little bit of support. You can see the volume here, 138, 131, 137. This looks pretty manipulative, huh? When you see numbers like that close. All right, so I'm in an area now. I take a chance, you know, where I'm at, because I know if once we pass here with a good push, it's going to make it a lot easier for us to move up higher. So once they get exhausted here, and that's what I'm looking for, an exhaustion pattern, you know, we see less and less and less action here, and the action comes up. So I took one off there. See what we can do here. All right, that wasn't bad. I made a point on those two. We're just sitting here too long. We didn't get much of a move. So the longer you stay, the more risk you take. All right. So that's something that they don't teach you in a book. All right. I gave it its, you know, enough time for it to play out, and you got to make the call. All right. So we're just hovering around this big seller right here. So I'm gonna wait till it marinates and breaks through, and then I'll come back and take another trade. But anyway, the commentary, play-by-play. Let me know if you like it. Give me a like, subscribe, comment, and share to your social media. I have a little community going within Discord. I'm just trying to build that. I'll answer what comes through there, and I'll publish this video, and we'll get another. See you on the next one.